Yo, 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 what up with it, y'all? I'm late. I know. I don't even know if anybody was waiting on me anyway. Probably was more waiting on my co-host, my wonderful co-host over there, Shad1419. What up with you, bro? How you feeling?
What's up, man? I'm outside today, man.
I see that. It's beautiful out there, man. You gotta
I'm
be
out.
out, gotta be outside. You beautiful, beautiful day, man. Um, I ain't doing that much, man, but I definitely did my homework. So before we get started up in this top 25, man, I wanted to talk to you about some things that's probably been going on that you probably know about. Like, for instance, there was the whole I had posted it on my ex. I don't know if you've seen it. I made a little video clip out of it, and seen what Matt McChesney and Coach JB and them had to say about it. But anyhow, it
I'm a,
was like,
I don't mean to, I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't know what's going on with my Twitter right now
mm-hmm.
because all I'm being bombarded with on my timeline, I don't see any more boxing. I don't see any football.
What?
Everything on my Twitter is just politics.
Wow.
That's all,
Yeah, I hear that.
that's all I'm seeing. But maybe it's because I'm
You're
commenting on a
internet.
couple of things. Yeah, I'm interacting, so
Mm-hmm.
they literally bombarded it. So I have not seen any sports since we
Mm-hmm.
convened last Friday,
Wow.
and it's Saturday.
Wow.
So
Wow.
so a week and a day. I haven't seen anything going on with any sports.
Well, let me fill you in. So I guess, but I'm sure you've been watching Coach Hayes though.
I
So
mean, I've been periodically checking some, things
yeah.
out, but as far as just my usual intake of, what I get to see,
Mm-hmm.
it's far and wide.
Okay. So there was a writer from Athlon Sports, another one of these Athlon Sports writers. However, this one had came out on the Dan Lebatard show. Are you familiar with the Dan Lebatard show? You ever heard of it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this writer goes on there and he talks about the culture up at Colorado. And when he speaks on this culture in Colorado, hold on, my camera, hold on. Not only does he speak on the culture in Colorado, but he speaks on about like being strapped. He said the kids were strapped up. And what the kids meant was you're voted for the most strapped up receiver, meaning you're pretty much you're not as good as you thought you were. We're strapping you up, not in the sense of them actually having straps. You know what I'm saying? He's totally
Okay.
wrong on it. But he went ahead and he went on a Dan Lebatard show to talk about this. And
Okay.
man, hold up, man. Let me just play the clip for you, man. I got it on my X, man. Let me share my X, man. Let me get my X up and I'll play the clip for you, man. Let me just play the clip. Because me explaining it is one thing, but you actually seeing this and hearing it, it probably had you like, okay, all right, I get what you're saying now, bro. Let me play this real quick. All right, let me get it. Okay, share this tab instead. Can you see the video now, bro? Or do I have to come back and get it pulled up?
Nah, I don't see it.
Okay, I'll come back and I'll get it pulled. That's because I'm not sharing the screen on the stage. Okay, now you can see the my X. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'll make it big and I'll play it.
Tell us about the gun allegations.
It's rampant there. There's a video that's circulating that I actually found after the piece where they're asking, I believe it's Bucky is going around asking who's the most strapped on the team, and people are giving their opinions. Um, it's it's not just one person; it's multiple people. I found a video also last night of Travis Hunter and Dion fishing, and there's a gun in plain sight while he's fishing.
Who's the strap of the day?
Strapped all day.
But the defense nominated you for strapped up.
What do you mean by that? I've been strapping the most shit up out here.
Nominations, we gotta do number. False information. You cannot have a gun on the campus of Colorado, though. I'm just
No,
being
you're not
clear.
supposed to take guns on campus or in the locker room. And I would fucking be shocked if there's any weapons in the locker room. I would be stunned. But
Me
you,
too. Me too. I'm
but
just making
in
sure
my
we're clear
house,
as far as that.
off
Yeah,
of campus, I can have whatever the fuck I want. In my truck, in my middle console, I can.
Okay, so that's pretty much what happened. He's totally wrong on what happened, what the meeting was. Matt McChesney was about to go in. Should I play what Matt McChesney said? You want me to play it? Because Matt
Yeah, go.
McChesney I gotta play it. It's a classic. It's a classic. Go ahead and let Matt McChesney rock out.
I can have whatever I want.
yeah.
If I have carry conceal, I can carry it anywhere. I probably won't carry it on campus, but I mean, what the fuck are we talking about? Like this is, you have the right to bear arms in this country. If you're out in the fucking woods fishing and you don't have a shotgun or a piece, you're gonna get eaten by a fucking bear or some shit. I mean, what? Come on, stupid white people. You can't be this fucking dumb. All you dumbass crackers can't be really this fucking stupid and impressionable. Are you serious?
Now there is mostly. I bet you he's a liberal though.
And then
what?
You swing from the left. There's no doubt.
And then one more time, they weren't talking about guns anyway.
And they're not even talking about guns. Now we're strapping these motherfuckers down. Oh my God, they're talking about firearms in Boulder. Black guys and guns, fucking white people.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. I've never seen him before.
So that was pretty much what
Tell
he
us
had
about
to
the
say.
gun allegation.
That was what he had to say, bro.
Oh man,
Yeah, I know, right? That's what he had to say.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It actually is crazy when you think about it. It is, man, because I mean, you don't think that you wouldn't think that somebody would actually go out and write about this, man. What up, QB in the building? What's up with everybody up in here? Let me know where you watching me from. Make sure y'all just hit that like and that share button. Make sure y'all like the stream and y'all should hit the share button. You know what I mean? But yeah, things is going crazy, man. It's going wild. And
I see that.
it made me bring up a lot, right? It made me think about a lot that's going on, like how out of touch some people really are in this country, like how out of touch he really is as a writer. Like to write something about a school like that's sickening. I said some things about Coach Prime. I said some things about Colorado. I mean, and you know, I had some things I attacked him as a father more than, you know what I'm saying? But that right there is just sickening because number one, it's false. Number two, I got like secondhand embarrassment from it because I'm a content creator, you know, behind a mic. You know, I'm not a journalist, but we're all in that same kind of, I don't know, bowl, you know, gumbo, if you will, or whatever. And for him to say that was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? He's super out of touch. And I was like, man, look, I don't really want to get all into that, man. I'm gonna let you touch on it, man, because I'm about to go down a rabbit hole that'll have us here for at least a half an hour talking about stuff, you know, because I know people out there really want to hear what Trek and Chubby got to say. I know I'm about to say some crazy ass, right? Right. Sometimes I wonder if he never left Jackson State in the first place, because things like this, bro, coming up in a media doing them like this up there. Now, I'm not to say that it probably wouldn't have happened at Jackson or whatever else, but man, damn, come on, man. Like this shit don't make no sense, bro. I done said what I had to say, but you know, go ahead, man, because I'm gonna go ahead, Shad. Tell me what you think. Rascal, you in the building. What up, dog? What up?
I mean, I agree with you. But, you know, I think it's one of those situations where I think it's a generational thing. And what I mean by that is looking at him, he's probably a little bit older than I am because I'm 34. So he looked like he's in his 30s. And so some of the verbiage that, you know, that we use that reflect, that is the same thing as them talking about being strapped up. Like, you know, all right, well, you got clamped. You got locked down, you know, just that type of verbiage. And so I think it's more so just the fact that he's just, like you said, I mean, he's out of touch. He doesn't know what it means.
Yeah.
Like you say, that is terrible from a journalistic standpoint to not get the actual understanding of what it is that you're talking about, because I mean you're literally on a nationally televised show with Dan Le Batard, and Dan Le Batard is asking you about the gun incident, and you're literally talking about there are multiple people
Mm-hmm.
with weapons on campus.
Right.
And just looking at that particular video, the one guy that's sitting in the locker talking about, I've been strapping stuff up, I've been doing the most strapping all particular season. How does that even equate to having a weapon? Like, I mean, just even with, again, like I say, I'm trying to shoot him a little bail, because maybe from, just again, like I say, from a generational standpoint, because I don't know a lot of this, I don't know a lot of the verbiage that these youngsters talk about now either. Like, you know, when Gunna and Future came out with Pushing P, I'm like, what does that mean? But then,
Right.
you know, when I figure out what y'all are talking about, I'm like, oh, so y'all just talking about the same stuff that we talked about. Y'all just using a different phrase, because our phrases are worn out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, you know, we were saying like get crunk, and y'all say, well, we get lit. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
mean, it's
Right.
one of those type of things. But like I say, looking at that video, nothing in that video alluded to someone having weapons. Because if someone had
Mhm.
weapons, why would you be that jovial about it? Like, why people? I mean, who would be joking about that? And as far as the whole situation about a gun out there while they're fishing or whatever, I mean, depending on where you are, you do have to make sure that you're armed, because you do, especially if you're in a wild setting. Yeah, you
Mhm.
could have a bear or
Facts.
a snake or
Facts.
coyote or
Mhm.
wolf or anything there in Colorado, mountain lion. I mean, any particular thing, you know. So I again, Athlon Sports,
Mhm.
they they are in a situation right now similar to a lot of these other sports, you know, media that cover sports 10, 15 years ago when they were the go-to source. Y'all are essentially being pushed to the wayside by On3 is stepping up. PFF has put a major investment into college football, coverage of college football.
Mhm.
Um, all of the recruiting services and stuff like that, independents like you and I are covering a
Mhm.
particular sport. So, I mean, at this particular point, and I mean, you know, proverbially, he shot a shot. He thought he was going to hit. He's going to try to take this little clicks and stuff like this or whatever and
Mhm.
try to make something out of it. But I think it failed terribly.
Right. Right. I agree. I agree, bro. I agree. But like, I can't see. I was getting ready to go down a whole hole, man. I'm like, I can't do that. I cannot go down this rabbit hole of what I'm gonna go down, because just to sum it all up, man, you know, there is a particular group of people that want this man to fail on a high level, and they will stop at nothing until that job is succeeded or done, no matter which way, shape, form that maybe is. There is something I want to hold on. Let me grab this real quick. Yeah, so there's a particular set of people that want him to fail at a high level, bro, and they ain't stopping at nothing until they get what they want, bro. It is what it is, but I can't tell you how much sickening this made me watching this, bro, and me being critical of them at times. Like, come on, bro, like, come on. And then Dan Le Batard, he has since then deleted the video that he shot, but still, just come on, man.
I
Like,
mean, it's
come on, man.
you
Like
can
you
delete it, it's
have not
still there.
seen one destroying video. Like, I mean, at our age, like not one, because that's where I learned it from. At first, you know, and I get it, right? Because I'm gonna tell y'all something funny, right? So, you know, one day I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking, you know what I'm saying? I'm making hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. This is what 7 to 10-year-olds like. I have to make sure my son's eating. He may not eat a steak. So when I make a steak for myself and my wife, I'll make sure that I'm making hot dogs. But it was a hot dog and he said glizzy. I said glizzy? I said, what you know about a glizzy? I said, what you know about a glizzy? He said, no. Boy, I'm like, where are you learning this from? What you, and I'm going off. I mean, I'm flipping. What you talking about? Where you learning this from? That's that damn center you go to. I ain't gonna let you. My wife, like, calm down, babe. It means hot dog. A hot dog? What?
Yeah, hot dog is a glizzy. It's
And
crazy.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, but I found out about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that, and I had to apologize to my son. He's only 7. He's sitting there. You know how your 7-year-old probably looking at you like, Dad, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I just said I wanted some food. And I'm here I am. I'm putting the blocks on your YouTube channel. I'm putting the block on your TV. You know what I'm saying? And come to find out, it's a hot dog.
It's a hot dog.
I mean, I kind of get that, but in a sense, though, you're a sports writer. You have to know what strapped up is, bro. Come on.
I mean, yes and no.
Come on. Like, I don't know, man. But if not, somebody on a Dan Le Batard show had to come up. It's their job on a syndicated show such as the Dan Le Batard show to know what is trending and to know certain things, right? Somebody on that show had to know what it was. You mean to tell me nobody in there had to tell that man that was sitting on the Dan Le Batard show, look, it meant this? Like, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know, man. Moving on.
Now, but before we move on, though, kind of on that topic, because I was listening to, matter of fact, I was listening to it today when I was on my way home, and they were talking about that. Obviously, there's another story out about rampant violence that is taking place in the Colorado locker room.
To Grand Theft Auto.
The former player that left, talking about you have to fight each other to prove toughness and stuff like this. And as I'm listening to this, I'm just thinking back to when I was playing football, or when I was in a locker room type of setting. Like, that's what we did. We would wrestle, we would fight. Like, you wouldn't hit each other in the face, but you would do that. That's the type of stuff, that was the type of stuff that we did. So seeing it or hearing about it now being looked at in such a negative, way, I mean, it just kind of goes to show that it's a certain type of energy that is starting to take shape that, in my opinion, does not need to roll over into sports, but it is going to roll over into sports because 10, 15 years ago, you hearing about a fight in the locker room, I mean, no one is making a headline about it. It's like, okay, well, they're tough. I mean, it's been hot. Right. Temperatures are flaring. Somebody may have went a little bit too hard in the drill, and, I wasn't able to get you back out on the field, but, we get to the locker room, hey, what's that, what you were doing? But now it's making it seem like it's just pure anarchy going on over there. So it's like, I'm like, it's so much, it's so many other things that could be talking points about this upcoming season that we don't have to worry. Like, I'm sure there are fights happening in every single locker room across the country. Because if it's not a fight happening on your team, 9 times out of 10, that team is not going to be successful. I'm not saying Colorado is going to be successful because of that, but
I get it. To defend some of these people, like, look, we're in the business of clicks, right? You got to get clicks and views, right? Some people care about them a lot more. People like drama. People like a good drama story. Yeah. They like drama, chaos, and Colorado's a big name. So you put Colorado and drama together, oh my goodness, you should get a lot of views, right? A lot of views that just come from out of nowhere. So, I mean, and we in that preseason era right now, to where it's like that, and we do that to ourselves. We do that to the media, and we also are taking away our First Amendment right too to speak freely about certain situations. If somebody in sports has a certain court case going, we ourselves say, "Oh, we don't want to touch that. We don't want to talk about that. Oh, we don't do that." But it's part of it is what it is. So here we are taking certain things away, but then we want drama. It's like we want our cake and eat it too. On both sides, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's weird, man. But yo, what up with y'all in the chat, man? Brasco Rascal in there, QB in the building. What's up, QB? My moderator, JB in the building. What up, JB? What's up? What up with y'all, man? QB said Steph Curry went into the gold medal game, guns blazing. You know what, bro? I'd be lying to you. I'd be lying to you if I told you I've been watching the Olympics. I have not watched the Olympics. And y'all don't want to hear the reason why. Ever since I seen the beginning opening, it was like a disrespectful type of Last Supper type of thing going on there that I wasn't really rocking with. I ain't watched that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm just being honest. I have not been watching the Olympics. I'm chucking. No, I have not been. I am totally. Have you been watching?
Nah.
See?
I haven't watched it.
I have not been watching at all.
But
you know what I'm saying?
you know, I will say this, and we touched on this, I believe, on the last show. We were talking about, like, people are talking about Team USA and about the close games that they've had and comparing it to the 92 Dream Team. Like, I don't know how that again, I really do not know how that talking point still has any legs, because people are just forgetting. We're talking about 1992. It is 2024.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about over 30 years that other countries have had time to implement better things in terms of training, getting basketball players, ready to go and better to where they can compete against, the U.S. This is not, 1992 again, with before
Right.
the NBA took on this global, ambition that they have now, which again is something that they relatively recently done in terms of trying to become, a global sport, right? And so it's paying off because you have games that are close like this,
Right.
But
I dig it. So
yeah,
France, right? France advanced also. I did see that. I did see a little headline, but man, QB, man, I have not, man. And you're not the only person that said that to me. People been saying that to me a lot. Why ain't you watching the Olympics? Why ain't you speaking on Olympics? Like, cause like,
yeah. I mean, like I said, I saw a few things because I saw someone is starting to bring up a discussion again, because a lot of this stuff ends up happening in the vacuum. Because now it's like, oh well, you can't name 5 players in the history of basketball better than Steph Curry. So, when you have stuff like that, it leads to conversation like that. So, that's something that I've seen,
Right. I dig it. I dig it. I ain't watching. Shout out to Raw. I ain't watching the Olympics till Raw how I get on the badminton team for Team USA. That's what he said, Shad. I don't know if you seen it. He had posted it, so I said, you know what? He said the USA beat France today for the gold. Hey, shout out to the USA. Shout out to them. We should win gold every year. Should nobody be close to beating us? I mean, damn. I mean, should nobody get close to even beating us? That's what. Thank you, Brasco Rascal coming through with it. Studio One, what's going on with you? Studio One up in there. I ain't seen you in a long time in there, my guy. What's going on with y'all, man? Make sure y'all wipe y'all feet off, man. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, share the stream on other platforms. He said Raw on the badminton. That's straight up, Brasco Rascal, for sure. And I ain't gonna watch until Shad join the long jump.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. But I seen a little interview with Coach Prime today, a little press conference, and he was on as usual ish. There was a guy. I written his name down, but I can't remember. I don't know if I written his name down, but I don't know if I got it on here or not. Let me see, man. These are my other notes, man. I know. I written his name down because I wanted to. Sean Keeler of the Denver Post. He asked. He told him. He said, "Happy summer, my man." Coach Prime said, "Why do you do this? Why do you do this? You don't even like us. Why are you here?" Bro, I promise you, bro. Hey, tell me y'all seen that. He said back in the day, Shad could jump out of the gym. He said facts. That's what Studio One said. He said trucking and you complete in this the steeplechase race. Right, for real though, for real. Hey yo, man, facts, bro. We ain't tried, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he had a little. It was an interview. You know him keeping it real, whatever, man. It was funny though, man. I thought it was hilarious the way that he came at your boy from the Denver Post, man. He was kind of salty, like he didn't even answer his questions. Dude was just shocked. I was like, man, they gonna hear they is again. They gonna say he done did something to the media again. But I mean, when you put that much information and you putting all that out for your team, and this is something that we all had said at one point in time. All that media coverage, well off, reach the people, them being there behind the scenes. It's a good thing, but then it's a bad thing because you're always gonna have something to say about that team constantly because you're seeing behind the scenes. It is what it is, man. And I don't believe that he should be treating people in that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to say that it's right or wrong. He gonna speak on how he feel, but you should be expecting certain things like that when you're giving people a behind the scenes look. Studio One says, no cap, I will be completing in my track team meets next year. They got events for coaches and so hey, you gonna be in the Olympics? Y'all niggas funny. Y'all motherfuckers funny. Y'all ninjas is funny. Hey yo, man. But we about to break into this top 25, man. You ready for this top 25, dog?
Let's get it.
Let's get it, dog. We're gonna start with number 1, Georgia. And I went off the coaches poll too, man. I went off the coaches poll. Now, number 1, Georgia, right? Now, hold on. Because I gotta pull up, right. I gotta give my people the right information. This is just simply a depth chart of some of the teams. I didn't get to all the teams. I had a lot going on today. I'd rather not speak about it on the internet, but my dog know what I was going through though today. So, but yeah, going through a lot. And but I'm still here. I'm still here, man. I'm still here, my guys. Still here. Well, I hope you win the race, Studio One. I hope you win. I hope you win the race, my brother. I really do. So Georgia. And the Kirby Smart being the head coach there, they run the pro spread on offense, and then they got the 3-4 scheme on the defense. Now everybody knows about Carson Beck, so I'm not here to talk about Carson Beck and why they're number 1. I know Trevor Etienne being number 2, but will Roderick Robinson II take that spot? Trevor Etienne is a back, but he's like a scat back. And will he be able to run between the tackles? But we know in college football, mostly the 1 and the 2 back always be able to, go in there and they swap out a lot, right? We know this. This is just a fact. We know that. But with that being said, though, it was their defensive line that you had to pay attention to, that a lot of people overlook because of the losses that they did take there. Even though they had 61 active NFL players in the NFL right now, and that's active, the Georgia Bulldogs do. Yes, they do. It's a fact. All right. I'm not giving y'all nothing but facts. All right. That's why I do my homework. This is why I do what I do. All right. Now, on the defensive line for the Georgia Bulldogs, you got Michael Williams, Nizer Stackhouse at nose tackle. The defensive tackle, you got Warren Brinson. And those guys, and I just want to know, Warren Brinson being a senior, Nizer Stackhouse being a senior, Michael Williams is a junior at defensive end. And then you got Tyron Ingram Dawkins backing him up, which is a red shirt junior. Can those guys get it done on that defensive line for Georgia? They number 1 overall. That's my only question I have for them. Is the defensive line ready to keep up with that number 1 title? We know everybody else came back. Georgia came back for no other reason but to win the national championship. That's the only reason why Georgia came back. Those players, they want a national title. They wasn't happy with ending up in 5th place playing against Florida State last year. A lot of those guys came back. They got their team coming back. So I really didn't have too much to say about Georgia, but I had to make something up and bring some other things apart. So what you thinking about Georgia being a number 1? Like, you agree with that? I mean, obviously this is the coaches poll. I did the JP poll on the Saturday, but this is the coaches. So what you thinking?
I mean, yeah, I think they are. I think right now with Nick Saban obviously retiring last season, Kirby Smart has thrust himself into being the best coach in college football. Has the best program in college football. Mm-hmm. I've said this on previous shows, kind of, touching on last year. I felt like Georgia did get shafted out of a playoff spot. I felt like them, as well as, and some people may try to crucify me for this, but I felt like both them and Ohio State both were shafted out of a playoff spot because Georgia loses to Alabama. That shouldn't have constituted Alabama to jump all the way up to where they jumped to and put Georgia out of out of a playoff spot. And I felt that Ohio State losing to Michigan didn't warrant them being jumped by Texas or Alabama either, right? But understand how those particular things go, but I do think they are the best team. I'm not so much concerned about the defensive line from some of the stuff that I've read and just kind of seen. One of the question marks that they are going to have on the defense that they hope that they can get rectified is the linebacker position because they've lost an immense amount of talent right there.
I feel
Probably
you.
maybe
I feel you on that.
two of the best safeties in college football this particular year coming up. Secondary has always been pretty solid for them. So I mean, I have no problem with them being the number one team.
You right though, bro. I feel you. I feel you on that. They got some young linebackers, 2 sophomores. Actually, they got a sophomore middle linebacker in CJ Allen. He is a sophomore. Then they got Riley Wilson backing him up too. So I don't know, either one of them could be the starter, but they both are sophomores. And then they do got 2 singers back on the outsides of him, at linebacker. They are running a 3-4 scheme, but they definitely do got a young linebacker there in that position. But they say one bad apple could spoil a bunch, but we'll see though. I got no problem with them being number 1 either though. Me neither. I agree with Georgia. I rocks with it. I rocks with it, dog. Moving on to the next joint. Moving on to the next one. Ohio State Buckeyes. The Ohio State Buckeyes led by Ryan Day. And they got Chip over there running that offense, going crazy. I have no problem with them being number 2 at all. The quarterback is up for grabs for me. What do you do being a number 2 team and having the quarterbacks that you have? Now we know about Will Howard being there, coming up from Kansas State, being great and playing the way that he can play, but not do they only have Will Howard. They got Devin Brown up there. They got Julian Sand, and they're all neck and neck for real. So I mean, look, Julian Sand. I seen some film on him on one of the Ohio State Buckeye channels, and there's a lot of Ohio State fans that are high on Julian Sand at quarterback. Those don't win the games though. Quarterbacks don't win games in college football. I'm noticing you got to be able to run that ball. You could be able to throw. You have to be able to throw. Now, I'm not saying that throwing doesn't count, but running that rock matters a lot, right? And we know they got that. Travion Henderson taking over the number 1 spot. He's starting over Quinshon Junkins. So they're probably going to be running a little heavy in that system over there. That's what I'm guessing. I mean, Ohio State, there's really no area of concern that I have for Ohio State. I mean, the only thing I would really think about is because Emeka Egbuka, I broke down film on Egbuka. He's like, for real, bro, man, he's right up there with the top, bro. He's right up there with the top. Like, and I will say this, and I know Coach A be like, bro, the word elite gets used usually. I watch, bro. I be watching you, bro. Believe that. But he has elite route running skills. Egbuka up at Ohio State has elite route running skills, bro. He does. He will break your ankles. He'll have you chasing ghosts, bro. Like, make you do whole 360s. Watch this film. If you haven't checked out the film breakdown that I did on him, just watch it, and you'll see how he breaks people down. It's crazy how he does that. His route running is crazy. He has the speed. He has the hands. He has every trait that you're looking for. And he is one of those guys that's on the field that can make a whole difference, like at the college level. He is. So their defense is solid to me. Jack Sawyer over there when you got Jack Sawyer at the defensive end, Ty Hamilton over there on at nose tackle. Then you got Tyreek Williams, CJ Hicks at the wheel linebacker, Cody Simon in the middle, Denzel Burke at corner. Then you got Caleb Downs back there too. Like, man, I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about Ohio State. I think honestly, they might have your low key your third, fourth favorite team, Oregon Ducks, beat, and I got them winning the Big Ten, bro. All right, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Hey, Shad, bro.
You gonna let me speak? You gonna let me speak about Ohio State?
Yeah, I ain't mean to hit the button. I didn't. That was an error. But I'm telling you, bro, like Ohio State, bro, like they man, I see why folks only reason why I believe you had to put Georgia number one because of the players that returned from Georgia, and it was a lot of their important production, right? You had to, but Ohio State, bro, they for real. And Kirby, you ain't want to disrespect Kirby, but man, Ohio State is for real, bro. They are.
I don't agree with Ohio State being the number 2 team.
What? Oregon beater.
I think Oregon is the number 2 team in the country. I'm gonna tell you why. Oregon doesn't have a question mark at the quarterback position. Ohio State does. Oregon doesn't have question marks at the offensive line.
Shaq,
What?
bro.
What?
They don't. It's not that they have a question mark at quarterback.
No,
bro.
yes, they do. What is the old saying?
They just
If you have 2 or 3 quarterbacks,
they all can plug there. Devin Brown or what Julian's saying, like Will Howard, like they can go with either one.
We're not gonna play this game. We're not. Well, you can play it. I'm not gonna play it because Will Howard got ran out of Kansas State. I mean, let's deal with facts. You got ran out. You got ran out of. You got ran out of Kansas State.
Okay.
Devin Brown, you got beat out by the man who wasn't good enough to stay at Ohio State.
Okay.
Julian saying you're a true freshman. You probably have a high ceiling. All of that. All that to say this. None of y'all are Dylan Gabriel.
Okay.
Dylan Gabriel is proven.
Okay.
Dylan Gabriel is proven. Had the second from an overall perspective. Had just as good of a season statistically as the big 3, big 4 quarterbacks that left last particular year. Ohio State has some question marks at offensive line. They had some question marks at offensive line last year. Oregon doesn't have those question marks. I feel like, yes, Ohio State has a good defense, but I think third year under Dan Lanning, what he, along with Kirby Smart and you know, that defensive nucleus that they had down there at the University of Georgia, I think it's finally going to take full shape this particular year. They picked up the best transfer portal corner in Jabir Muhammad this particular year. So, you know, Mr. Ibuka, meet Mr. Muhammad. I look at it, the aspect of, I think that Dan Lanning has the intensity level. Obviously, they've lost to Washington the past 2 years and things of that particular nature. But I think this particular year, they're going to get over the hump. I think they're the second best team because they have less question marks than Ohio State. I would even venture to say that, and this is just me, this is full biased right now, but I have to take a step back. But I would say that I feel like Oregon is more equipped than Georgia in many aspects.
Okay. I mean, like you could fight with that. I mean, look, I let you. I like that, bro. You got a great argument there to the point where I really don't have nothing to say, because now I really don't have nothing to say that besides the running back position. But we'll get into that on the next one because we get to talk about Oregon. Right now, we're talking about Ohio State, and you don't agree with Ohio State being number 2, though.
No, I mean, they have a good team. I mean, like I said, I think the defense is going to be solid. You know, they have a nice 1-2 punch with, you know, Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins. You know what I mean? So, you know, Caleb Downs is back there. You know, so
that pretty much makes up for the lack thereof at quarterback, or however you want to say. That running game is crazy. Like, who's the running backs out Oregon? But we'll talk about Oregon next, though.
Okay.
Who's your backs? Let's do it.
Oregon doesn't need these name brand running backs out here. You just put somebody back there. The offensive line is gonna be solid. They're gonna open up holes. They're gonna run the ball. They had the most efficient offense in college football last year. They could throw it in. They could run it. I mean, it's like the Denver Broncos back in the day. It doesn't matter who's taking the handoff. You getting 1,000.
Okay, see, now this is my dog talking. See, this is my dog Shad talking now. All right, okay, all right. I had to wake him up a little bit. Yeah, all right. Now, you're right. You're right about that. Now, you're absolutely right about that. I feel that. You know what I mean? You don't need a big name. I run it back, but I believe y'all gonna roll with what's his James Jordan. James Jordan.
Hold up, don't say y'all now, because you know people.
Well, yeah, right. I mean, you like them.
I mean, yeah, I do. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like them.
you like Oregon.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah,
Oregon.
I like Oregon. Been liking Oregon. Yeah, I like Oregon.
Okay. And Noah Whittington. I think Noah Whittington. Y'all got Noah Whittington and Jordan James. So I don't know, but that's pretty much there. I mean, Evan
They can
Stewart,
put my
Cash
dog. They can
Johnson,
put my dog
Trayshawn Holden.
QB back there running back. He gonna get 1,000. It's just what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I mean, look, I mean, I don't got no problem with Oregon being number 3. Obviously, you do though. You think that Oregon
I
should be the number
do.
2 team.
There's an argument for them to be the number 1 team.
They have the depth. I will give you that. They have the depth. But I believe the only reason why I think that Oregon is not over Georgia is because when you get to looking at the depth that they have, their depth is a lot younger than Georgia's depth. Like look, Oregon has a center who's a sophomore, and what's his name? He's a sophomore. You know what I'm saying? So they're relying on some young guys. I mean, look at the depth chart yourself. I mean, when you look at some of the positions who's backing up, I mean, okay, so like Evan Stewart, okay, his at the LC receiver, he is a dog. His backup, Jorion Dickey, sophomore. Trayshawn Holden, receiver. His backup is who? Kyler Casper, sophomore.
A dog.
Look, you sound like a Colorado fan right now, man.
I'm not saying Colorado fan. These are actual dogs, though. This is what I'm saying.
I feel
don't forget about get to the other receiver.
Who you want me to talk about now, bro? Taz
certified.
Johnson. Okay,
certified.
Yeah, bro. And then they got who backing him up? Gary Bryant Jr. Yeah.
So what are we worried about? We go shot. We go shot for shot.
I'm saying.
I mean, just those names right there.
But Gary Bryant Jr. He a junior though. You know what I'm saying?
And you put in Dylan Gabriel. That's the best offense in college football already. And we ain't took a snap yet.
All I'm trying to let you know is that they have some young guys. That's all I'm saying.
Ohio State gonna see how young they is.
They got what's his name? Mateo Ungalele, right? He's gonna be a linebacker up there, right? Up at Oregon, right? He's a sophomore. That's what I'm saying. You asked why, you said they should have an argument to be the number 1 team. I'm like, they could be. They have the depth, but their depth is young. That's all I was saying, bro. You know what I mean? Their depth is young. That's why I think they made that decision. I don't know, you know.
Hey, they developing Eugene.
They do.
They develop up there.
They do.
Oregon Ducks, number 1 team in college football.
They do.
I said it. Yeah, there I said it. Number 1 team in college football.
Man, you tripping, man.
Number 1 team in college football.
Miami, the number 1 team. Nah, but I mean, when you look at it too, Joe, Georgia's team young too, man. They both young at the backups, man. So I mean, to each his own, man. To each his own. But number 1, 2, and 3 teams, I thought that was
debatable.
Mix them up, right. You can all mix them up. You can't really go wrong there. But I don't know. I got a problem with number 4. I got a problem with the number 4 team in the country, Texas. I do not know why Texas is the number 4 team. I don't know why. I don't know. No.
You don't know why?
Nah. Nah. I mean, especially with the help with Matthew Golden and Silas Bowen coming from Oregon State. He's a flyer. Isaiah. I mean, they got the offense. I think I do know why. Let me stop capping. Let me stop trolling. Let me get serious in my serious road. But they said there's question marks on the defensive line. That's where they say the question marks is at defense, right? But I still think Anthony Hill Jr. is a dog. I think he's set at middle linebacker. They talk about, and they count as the trenches. You know what I mean? Ethan Burke. Is he going to get the job done? Brian Sorrell, is he going to be able to get the job done? Bill Norton, the grad student, is he going to be able to get the job done? You know what I'm saying? Like that's all media talk, but we'll see when the time comes. This is one of those things where I don't like the Longhorns, being at number 4. I just don't see that. Like, I mean, well, I'm not okay with that. Let's put it that way. But that could be me being a fan, my little fandom that I got for Texas this year, and we want them to win and succeed. But realistically, I still think that they're not going to do it. I got Ole Miss winning the SEC this year, so I mean, but Texas, I'm just
You're covering Texas this year, so you're already starting off on a bad foot.
It's horrible. I mean, look, man. CJ Baxter is going to put in the work. CJ Baxter is going to put in the work. Jaden Blue and CJ Baxter are going to run the ball very well over there. Quinn Ewers is going to definitely get it done. Arch Manning, we know he can back him up. They got Amar Black. They keep talking about not black, right? Amar not black. They got 2 tight ends over there, 2 tight end set. Because you also got Gunnar Helm. Got a squad. They got depth. They ain't numbered. That's what I'm saying. Like they number 4, they can put them anywhere they really want to. You can go, but we'll see. We'll have to see. And like I said, I'm covering them. I'm rooting for them. It could be my bias for Texas. That is the reason why I feel like that. That's why it's not fair for me to evaluate it like that. That's why I need a second hand like you, because I don't think it's fair for me to evaluate like that. I mean, and as far as them running multiple schemes on defense, the 4-2-5, I think that they got every piece they need defensively to run multiple scheme defense the correct way, how it's supposed to be ran. They running a pro spread on offense. I mean, come on, Steve Sarkisian know what he's doing over there, bro. I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see, man. Let's go Longhorns. But you go ahead and you tell me why you think, or not, they deserve to be in a number 4 spot.
Well, let me say this first. I do think there's a gap between the top 3 teams and Texas and everybody else. I do think it's a gap. Not a very big gap, but I think it's a bigger gap than it is from Texas to number 4 through 10. So with that being said, Steve Sarkisian has done a hell of a job recruiting over there in Texas. Played for, with a runner-up for the national championship last year, losing to Washington, literally kind of like on a last play type of scenario. So they are bringing back a very good team. But I do think, you can make an argument, because Bama's 5, right? So, you can make an argument about them or Bama kind of flipping, because I think from a talent perspective, I think both teams are equally as talented, but I think you probably would give the edge to Texas simply because I think a little bit more of what you're getting with Quinn Ewers in terms of being able to advance the football. This will be going into his 3rd year as a starter, which is big, for a number of reasons. Most notably, he becomes a coach on the field in terms of, especially during the summer. During the summer, when they were doing workouts, individual workouts, team workouts, now you have literally a coach in Quinn Ewers who understands the offense at its absolute height. So you can get a lot more done over the summer because it's not about the quarterback trying to learn a new system and then trying to help acquiesce his skilled players to it. He understands what's going on. He can help line receivers up. He can help get guys together. So I do think that will pay dividends for, the Texas Longhorns. So I don't have a major problem with them being the number 4 team.
All right. See? Word. Feel that. So at number 5, you named them. We got Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll Tide. I don't know how many Roll Tide fans is out there, but look, we know Kalen DeBoer. I think that he's going to do a lot better job than what they got going on over there. He brought a lot of great production from over at Washington with him. I think them running that pro spread over there that he liked to run 3-4. They got a 3-4 scheme over there. Particularly, I think it's like the 3-4 nickel. Is that what it is, Shad, over there? What they be running with Kalen DeBoer or with that defense over there in Alabama?
I know they ran at Washington, but I mean, at this particular point, I don't even like to just use the formalities. I'm just all of the mindset that look, they just multiple.
Right. Right.
There's just multiple out here. So
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are, but I think that's what I don't know what they classify as, but something like
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
but yo, Jalen Milroe coming back down there, man. I'm more worried. Want to see what's the sophomore running back Justice Hayes is going to look like. Got a little hype behind him. I want to see what that look like. What's going on? We know Jeremy Bernard, the right receiver, they'll get the work done. So let's go on the defensive side of the ball and let's check out what this defense got going on. Right? That's what I'm want to pay attention to when I look at Alabama right now with Kalen DeBoer, and I think that he has a very mature team set up to play, and them being number 5, I think they should be a little bit lower, only because 6, one more spot back. I think they should swap with the next team. But that's not a slight to Alabama. Like you said, there's a slight drop off between the teams, but this team is mature, and I think that they will shock a lot of people with wins and so forth and whatnot because of the age that they have on that defense. That defense is not a young defense. It's an older defense that can get the job done. And that's pretty much what I have to say about Alabama, bro. I mean, there's really no knock on Kellen DeBoer and what he got going on. But, I mean, look, it's the first year over there at Alabama taking over. I think that they will have success in the future. But right now, look, they got to build over there. That's the only reason why I think they should be a little lower because, his first year over there, that's a knock. That's it, bro. Other than that, I think that they have a huge – I think, the future is bright for Alabama, though. So what you thinking?
I mean, Kalen DeBoer has an absurd win-loss record. I mean, absurd. So all that tells me is that he comes in, he gets the job done quickly. Got it done quickly at Washington. This will be the first time that he's ever had this amount of talent at his disposal. And I've said this on a previous show. I feel like Kalen DeBoer probably going to be there maybe 3 or 4 years, and then he's going to the NFL. So I really look at them competing I look at them competing this year. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think, bro, I ain't saying that they ain't gonna sleep on them, but so if you had to give Alabama a record, and I know we ain't gonna do this for every team, but where do you think Alabama lies? You think they cover their what they got them at 8 games, 9 games, something like that? You think they win 8, 9 games?
Oh, if it's at 8 or 9, I'm taking the over.
Okay, all right,
that's easy. I'm taking the over easy.
Okay. You still standing on what we said? I think we said at the beginning of the year, like when we first start getting together, we said that the SEC the winner at the SEC might have 2 losses. You still standing on that?
Probably so, but I mean, they're gonna get that 3rd loss because they're gonna lose to Oregon for the title. So
I feel that. So I mean, because I don't think that there's going to be an undefeated team in college football. I think, like I said, our national championship winner will have a loss. They will have a loss on their record. I don't think there is going to be an undefeated team in college football and Power 5 football, at least. I don't think so. No, I stand on that. It's very close to me. I think somebody has their day. Somebody come in and they outplay them. I don't know who exactly what it is, but we'll find out. Ole Miss. Yes, Ole Miss. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, you would think they was ranked up. They would have been ranked up a little bit higher, bro. With you know what I'm saying, with everything, with Lane and the acquisitions that they had gotten out of the transfer portal. I thought they would have been ranked up a little bit higher. But when I got to looking at their depth chart and seeing who was behind who, and really studying this team and looking at some of the other players. Now, I haven't gotten to look at every position in totality on Ole Miss, but that's not to say that they have some very good players and they got a decent O-line, and everybody was so worried about the trenches. And it just wasn't Ole Miss. You know what I mean? There was a lot of SEC schools when you look at the trenches who they were looking to improve there and to get some depth too, you know what I'm saying? And or get that at that position because of things. But I think that they're solid, and them sitting at number 6, I thought they should have been one more up, 5, because I'm like, look, you're getting a look at their defense and the acquisitions they got on, on paper. Let's just call it what it is. You can't win on paper. No, I'm not saying that you can, but if you get to looking at their roster, their starters and Alabama starters, I think that they should have been at 5. Well, I mean, do you agree with that or not, bro? Yeah, like when you look at the whole, the position by position, Ole Miss matched up against Alabama, do you think they should have swap places, or are you cool with them being at number 6?
Nah, I'm cool with them being at 6. Like I said, I don't think it's the same type of discussion that we had with the first 3 teams, where it's kind of like, it's an argument where they could be like, I mean, yeah, there's an argument that, maybe Alabama and Texas could flip, but I just look at it just from, I think the differentiating factor with this, right? Ole Miss has been very, very active in the portal, right? They've been very active in the portal. But the thing that we know about being active in the portal is you have to make sure that the guys that you're getting in the portal, they fully buy in when they step into the building. Any personal, ambition that they have that is counterproductive to the team, you have to make sure that it is weeded out. And I love Lane Kiffin as a coach. I think he's probably, in my opinion, the best modern day play caller, over Sark, over all these other guys. But I do think that the biggest question mark is going to be what is going to happen when it's time for you to push all the chips to the middle of the table. On paper, Ole Miss is talented, as anybody in the country, but the bigger question mark is going to be is the difference between Ole Miss being at 6 versus Texas versus Bama versus the top 3 teams that we're talking about, is Ole Miss doesn't have any of the recent success that those other teams have had. So that's another thing that you have to take into consideration. Now, obviously, this, again, we still got a whole season to play, but they have to learn what to do. Well, Lane Kiffin, again, and I can be critical of it. Lane Kiffin has to understand what to do in those pressure moments, because I remember a couple of years ago, team that he had wasn't as talented as this team, but was talented. Went up to Alabama. A lot of people thought they had a good opportunity to beat Alabama, and he pitched down his leg. Got a little too aggressive going for it on 4th down and things like that. So I think with knowing how he is, I can't justifiably put them above Alabama or Texas, just because I feel like from a coaching standpoint, you can trust Steve Sarkisian and Kalen DeBoer just a little bit more than you can trust Lane Kiffin when it's time to put the money to the middle of the table.
All right. Enough
But they got a very talented team, though.
All right, they do, and they do. I mean, Walter Nolan. Obviously, we know he was the number 1 guy in the transfer portal all over, and he's gonna get it done. You can count on him to make plays. You can count on him to make plays. Period. Point blank. Prince Ume coming from over at Florida,
where they don't develop.
Yeah.
He said they don't develop in Florida.
What up, though? I want to talk to the chat. What up with Chad Minigan stopping through for the first time? Make sure that you subscribe to Shad 419 and Trekking Sports with Truck and Chubby, man. Hit that like button, share. Chalky Kane in the building. What up, man? Make sure you hit that like button and all that. Baxter out for the year. Oh my goodness. Wow. Out for Rue. He said I'm gonna jump on and y'all still on when I get home. For sure. We'll be up on somewhere. I will probably, most likely. What up with y'all though, man? Make sure y'all hit that like button, wipe y'all feet, share the stream, man. I appreciate it. All right, Notre Dame. Notre Dame just went through some kind of significant injury, if I'm not mistaken. They lost was it a left tackle recently?
They lost their starting left tackle.
Man, that could be a hurt piece. Cause now, like, that's the guy that's supposed to be protecting what's his name? Riley Leonard. Did I get it right?
Riley Leonard, yeah.
Riley Leonard, right? So and now you go through an injury like that, and you don't know if a guy is supposed to start because he got beat out, right? The guy who's backing him up, they say supposed to have got beat. Was beat out for his position, right? Correct. And now you have to depend on somebody who's gotten beat out for a job to protect your quarterback's blind side. And that can hurt Notre Dame. I mean, I think they're at like what 10 9. Somebody correct me and fact check me out there in the chat, but I believe they were at like 10 games, 9-10 games or something like that. Notre Dame, their schedule, I don't know if it favors a heavy season, but them being at where they at now, number 7. Should they have been at number 7? I believe so. I believe Notre Dame should have been at number 7. I ain't got no problem with them. Maybe 7. I'm cool with 7, 8. I don't think they could be no lower because I think they were underrated for real. I think that they were underrated. They've been producing some high talent over there at Notre Dame, especially when it comes to the offensive line. And now to lose one though, I think that may have hurt them. And the ranking should be not updated. I think that could have been that big of a difference, in my opinion. That's just me, though. You know what I mean? Maybe not. Sometimes I say some crazy outlandish things. Sometimes I don't. But it is what it is. That's just how I feel. Now, if you feel some other kind of way, then just speak on it. But how you feel about them being at number 7, bro?
I personally, I would have Notre Dame down a little bit lower. Personally.
What 9, 10,
10, maybe even 11. I mean,
Wow.
they're one of the teams that every year they're put in this particular position, and there are grand expectations for them, and they don't reach them for whatever reason, whether it's inept offense, whether it's an injury, whether it's just you just don't have the manpower to get the job done. I think they are going to return a very good defense, led by our former head coach Al Golden, who's done a fantastic job, up there in South Bend, along with, Marcus Freeman, who is, not a slouch of a defensive coordinator, a defensive coach himself.
Right.
Picking up Riley Leonard, I don't know how Riley Leonard fits into that particular offense, to be honest, because you have an offense that he ran at Duke where he was, he threw the ball, he was able to run it a little bit more, and that's not a calling card of what Notre Dame does. Now, obviously, he went up there. Obviously, he feels like there's a fit, for him, or he wouldn't have gone up there, even if it was a little bread on the table. But I don't see it for Notre Dame this year. I just feel like going into the season, I can't see them being anything higher than 10.
Yeah, so they don't hit the mark for you. They don't feel that 10 wins that they're supposed to have on paper or whatever. They don't hit that mark for you, is what you're saying, pretty much, right?
No, because I'm gonna tell you why. All of the teams that we've talked about prior to this, I feel like there's been a sense of excitement that we've talked about, something that we could point at and say, okay, yes, that could be a differentiating piece. We don't look at, yes, Riley Leonard is a solid quarterback. He's, a good quarterback, but there's nothing about Notre Dame right now that looks exciting.
Right.
Like I say, I think they have they're going to have a very good defense this year, but I just don't think there's enough for them offensively to just really get them to the heights that they're expecting Marcus Freeman to get them to. Now, again, I could be wrong, right? There's always a person that could emerge, but we're just talking about today, August 9th, 2024. It's just I don't see it. Well,
Right.
August 10th, not August 9th, August 10th, 2024. I don't see it for Notre Dame being a top 10 team.
Okay. All right. Speaking of that, I just had myself a little anniversary, 14 years.
I saw that. Congrats.
Thank you, man. Thank you. 14, man. 14. Communication is what works, man. Moving on to the next team. Michigan, dog. We got Michigan. The Wolverines, man. The Wolverines. Is this disrespectful to the team? For
They're
them,
in trouble.
they're in trouble. Man, listen, man. Look. There's been some news circulating about what's going on. I think it's all stupid.
Some news.
punish Jim Harbaugh for that. They ain't like Jim Harbaugh. They didn't want it. They ain't want Harbaugh to win. They didn't want Harbaugh to win because he's vocal and the way he handles things. But he got the right guys up there. He developed them. And to even say that they still have a lot of the guys up there that they developed. So here we are again, where we're about to find Michigan. Maybe not this year, but for next year for sure. I don't know. Next year for sure they'll be back, man. If they don't have it this year, I don't know, because a lot of people were saying who was the guys they had out there last year. Everybody was looking around like Michigan. I don't know if they could do this, they don't do that, and I just kept telling people just by watching them. Their trenches is different. It's unstoppable in their trenches. They developed the hell out of those players up there at Michigan and Ann Arbor. He knows what he's doing up there. I mean, and I don't want to take it. I do not want to take anything from him up there and what he's doing. Sharon Moore has been great, man. He's done some great things coaching them, what guys up, being an offensive-minded coach. I think that they're going to be able to step in and do what they need to do. For one thing, I know they're going to do. They're going to run the ball down people's throats for sure. They did that well, and I think that they still pick up on that. I mean, when you got Donovan Edwards back there, and then they got this guy named Kalel Mungans that's behind him. They got, man. I think that they're going to do a lot better than what a lot of people think. Now, I don't know exactly where they're going to land on that, but I think they do better than what a lot of people out there thinking Michigan's going to do, man. I like the Big Ten. I'm a big fan of the Big Ten. I think I'm leaning more into the Big Ten. I don't know why. Well, maybe I'm just because I'm up that way. But anyhow, look, Sharon Moore and the Michigan Wolverines, I thought they should have been up higher. They just won a national championship. Even if their team ain't there, I mean, damn, how could you put them so far down on the list? But you can tell me why. Tell me why are they so far down on the list after they won a national championship, Shad? Why?
I mean, I put them in the same boat as Notre Dame right now. I mean, great, which I'll probably give their defense a little bit more of an edge, but they've lost a lot. The defensive coordinator that they hired was a guy who reports came in said he had trouble relaying his message to NFL players. So that could be problematic, at this particular level. But again, maybe he can adapt and get his coaching to fit. Quarterback position, which I mean, and I've said it on this show. I really like JJ McCarthy. I really feel like that they didn't do a good enough job developing him in terms of trying to be, just a top tier quarterback. But he was a good quarterback for them. Similar to Notre Dame, I just feel like there's some other teams that are worthy to garner this spot. So no, I don't see Michigan as a top 10 team.
Even with them winning the national championship, though,
But again, it's a lot going around about the sign gate and all this, and so I mean, it's going to be an asterisk beside it until the NCAA, puts forth, what they actually were able to find out about this, because very well this could, they could take the national title away.
That's crazy. That's wild. Like, you still got to stop them. You could know what somebody doing, but you got to be able to stop them.
And that's the thing. That's one of the things that I heard Zach Smith say on Minister Sports, right? And he said the games against Ohio State, they weren't just, even if they did know the plays.
Yeah.
Michigan wanted it more.
Facts.
Michigan wanted it more. Like you say, I can know your play, but I still got to go out there and execute the play.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them knowing signs didn't have them come back against. They came back against Alabama. They came back against Penn State. There was some games where they was down and they was looking like they was about to take some L's, and they just didn't, bro. They can't. They wanted it more. You're right.
Yeah. But again, a lot of it. A lot of it is going to be suiting up in the NFL this year. So,
yeah, right.
But I don't see enough on Michigan to warrant them being a top 10 team this year. I don't.
Okay, fair enough. We'll move on now. Them Notre Dame, Penn State. Penn State, man. Look, bro. Where was we at? Number 9. So where they at? Number 10. Penn State. Number 9.
Let me see. Oh,
Number 9. They at number 9.
number
Penn
9.
State at number 9 because I didn't put a number on the thing. I just did the slides in order. But they're number 9. Penn State being at number 9, bro. I mean, right? Listen, people sleeping on Notre Dame. I be on Penn State. Penn State about to wreck something this year, bro. They about to wreck a lot of people's seasons, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Penn State got it, bro. They are about to wreck some people's seasons. Do you hear me? And I'm finna tell you why they about to wreck some seasons. James Franklin. We already know James Franklin got it going on over there. What they doing? All right. We know that spread and all that, the defense schemes that they running, that's cool. But I really believe in this young quarterback that they have. I am a Drew Aller fan. I am. He is a baller. He is a baller, flat out. I spoke on it before. I like Julian Fleming coming over there and helping out with that offense and that wide receiver room because of his leadership that he had over at Ohio State. I'm not sure what was going on over at Ohio State to let him go, but they trenches, they got some dogs. We already know Penn State know how to develop in the trenches. Facts. Facts. Every single year, there's a guy. There's what they got, probably like 48, 50 guys in the NFL playing right now, something like that. Crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's always a guy out of the trenches that is drafted from Penn State damn near every single year, bro. Offensive defensive side of the ball. They know what they're doing up there at Penn State. Their quarterback is smart. I like Aller, but I really like Carter. I really like Abdul Carter, man. It's a beast, bro. The defensive end is a monster. It's a monster. That junior, I really like him and what he got going on. Kobe King, the junior middle linebacker. I think they're set, bro. I really think that they're going to wreck more. I'm cool with them being at number 9 right now. You know what I'm saying? Because of how the way they played and the way they finished last year. But I think that they're going to be one of the better teams. And I think they're a dark horse in the Big Ten, if you ask me, bro. Just by what the players they have, and I know what they can get done. Let's not forget the dog wide receiver Sanders. Caden Sanders, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, have you had a chance to watch a Penn State game at all, Chad?
Nah.
Bro, you gotta watch one. Just watch one for me, bro. Just one for me, bro.
I'll check. Matter of fact, I'll check one out tonight.
All right. Caden Sanders, bro. I mean, he is sophomore this year, bro. He was, I think, freshman last year, bro. Red shirt freshman. Listen, bro. But hey, I don't think he got much. I don't think he played that much last year. But look, anyhow, I'm telling you, their trenches that's coming back. Listen, their center, Nick Dawkins, senior. Sal Wormley, senior. Nolan Rucci, junior. They tight end Tyler Warren, senior. Man, listen, bro, and I think he from close around my way too. I think he from like somewhere around the Pittsburgh area. Nicholas Singleton, junior running back. Kyler and Allen, junior running back, backing him up. People, I don't know what's up with Penn State and why they there. They're my dark horse in the Big Ten. I'm not sure where they're gonna land, but I know they about to ruin some seasons, and I got them at least getting 9 wins this year, bro. They're gonna ruin some seasons for sure, though. I'm cool with them being where they at. How you feeling?
Nah, dog. I think we gotta take into account, James Franklin has lost 2 superstar defensive coordinators, and I have to eat a little humble pie because I didn't think Manny Diaz was gonna do that well at Penn State, so I'll admit that. But he's lost 2 superstar defensive coordinators, so they got to get that going on. Drew Aller, Mr. 5-star, Mr. Everything. He hasn't met expectations. And I think he again, I mean, you're hoping that he puts it together this year. I'm sure Penn State fans are too, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Like these past 3 teams that we talked about just then, like I don't see it. I see
Man.
offense being their Achilles heel in many aspects.
We'll see. They're gonna run the ball well. That's what I think they're gonna be able to run the ball. They're gonna definitely be able to run the ball, and I think Drew about to show y'all. But it's cool. I think, like I said, they're a dark horse. That's why I got them as a dark horse.
They're a dark horse every year.
Nah, well, I think this. No, I don't know about every other year. I know about me being in college football from the beginning.
Oh, well, yeah.
last
But
year, and
they're always
now
a dark horse.
oh, they always are. Okay. Thank you for giving me that information. But I think that Penn State is going to ball. I think they're going to ball. So.
I'm gonna say this though. And I said this to Coach Hayes. I feel like that if Billy Napier doesn't do what he needs to do this particular year, I do think that James Franklin should be the top candidate to replace him at the University of Florida.
Okay.
I like James Franklin. I do.
I think I think they like James Franklin too much up here at Penn State, and they always going to be a relevant team in the Big Ten. They always are. So, Florida State Seminoles, man.
You gotta make when you read a depth chart for Florida State, you gotta make sure it's updated now, because the players might not even be on the team.
Who said that? I got the depth charts. I got a depth chart, but
is it the most updated version? Some of the players might not even be on the team.
Are you serious?
Hey, funny story. Did you see the story about Rodney Hill?
Mm-mm.
Rodney Hill said that the agent had someone pretending to be him, and that's what forced him to transfer from Florida State. So he's at Arkansas now. And I said, what in the Manti Te'o is going on here?
Of course. Well,
what in the Manti Te'o? What do you mean? Somebody pretended to be you. What are you talking about?
It's the depth charts are updated, bro. They updated, bro. But anyway, bro. What? I'm go ahead, man. You already talking about them being at Florida State being there.
I mean, again, the theme is the same as it was since we started at the number 17. What are we going to do from an offensive perspective? Now, one thing that all these other teams, this is one thing I can say. From 7 to this point right now, all these teams can lean on one thing: good defense. Question marks at the quarterback, but the run game should be very good. So, I mean, I feel like that it's a toss up between all these between all these different teams. I'm a Miami fan at the end of the day, so I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as I can. I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as I can. And talking about Florida State, I think Mike Norvell has done a great job. Right? He wasn't recruiting that well, so he went out to get to the portal. But now this is a year where he has majority of guys that he has gotten from the high school level. They went and got one of the receivers that they got from LSU, pretty highly rated guy. I think it's Jaylen Brown. He's over there, a speed guy. I haven't really been keeping up with what they've been doing, but Mike Norvell they're there to run the ball and pass when they need to. You know what I mean? They got DJ, what you call him, ugly game at quarterback.
Yeah.
I think Mike Norvell is going to put him in situations where he's not going to put him in a situation to lose the game, right? One thing I can say about Mike Norvell and his, offensive coordinator / offensive line coach Alex Atkins is that they have mastered the art of what it is that they do in terms of run blocking and getting the run game going. Was a big help to Benson. So I think whatever running backs they have this particular year, it'll be fine. But like I said, I look at all these teams that all these teams very well could just be peak at 9 wins.
I see. Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. Okay, that's fair what you said, because I'm like, hold on. So you go hard on the other teams, but then we get to talking about Florida State, a team that's in your favorite team's conference, and you thinking that Mike, because of what Mike Norvell did and what Florida State did last year, they don't get nowhere near what the hell they did last year, in my opinion. But
That's why I said they peak at 9 wins.
I don't think they get that up in the ACC this year. I think the
No,
ACC
come
got a
on,
lot
come
rougher.
on, come on, don't do that.
That's all.
Come
I
on, come on,
I
come
didn't say they. Listen, Shad. Hey, bro, I ain't say they was gonna get 7 wins. I said they. I don't know if they get 9. That's all I said. I mean,
Nah,
look,
I think they'll get 9.
The ACC is tougher than a motherfucker, man. I mean,
Yeah,
you always got a
Yeah,
team
it
like
is.
Pittsburgh that be 2-12 and that beat a damn Louisville team. That always happened. Always.
No, I do. No, I do. I mean, I agree. I do think it is tougher this year. I really,
Yeah, a lot tougher, bro.
I have to admit that.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? He got to show me, man. He do get a little better every single year, but man, he got to show me, man. You know, the little bit of times he does touch the ball, is he going to be able to take care of the ball? You know, and like you said, Mike Norvell might put him into some good situations. They do got good coaching over there and everything, but I just think, look, man, when I get to looking at the ACC, Miami, North Carolina State, man, you got to add SMU in there. They just a good coach program.
Virginia Tech in there too now.
Virginia Tech balling. Like I mean that could be 4 potential losses right there for them.
I mean, 8-4, 9-3. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I didn't say they was going. I said, you know what I'm saying. I didn't say they. I said I don't know if they get 9. You know, that's what I said. That's all I said, bro.
I thought they might get 9. I thought they get 9.
They might. But you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot tougher than what a lot of people think in the ACC. The ACC is a lot tougher. Honestly, man. You know. And he just got to show me, man. He got to show me because I was a huge fan of DJ Uiagalelei at first. You know.
Oh, you pronounced his name right tonight. Oh boy, this ninja up here.
DJ Ugly Game.
Nah, call him Ugly Game. Don't
DJ
pronounce his
Ugly
last
Game.
name exactly.
DJ Ugly Game. You know what I'm saying? Like DJ Ugly Game, I was a big fan of his at first, right? And then
don't say that though, because if Pops might get at you though. Don't say that.
Man, let his pops get at me, dog. Like get at me, because I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with that particular young man. I don't know what happened. But anyhow, we can move on to the next team, man. Because I think this next team, for real, is about the. I like after some studying on this team, man. Like you said, bro. I mean, look, I don't. They
could be number 7.
Look, and you say that, and you say that because of what and who? Who you say that because of what?
They return the quarterback.
Right, that's true. Brady Cook coming back, yeah.
Luther Bird is coming back.
Yeah, he's just unreal. He's just unreal. Now, would you say that Luther Burton is elite in everything that he does?
I haven't seen him block.
Man, that's the only thing I haven't seen him do is block, bro. But everything else, though, man, I mean, you could, man. Shit, man. That's how. I mean, look. I mean, in all reality, man. You know, and I was based with this question. And ever since I was based with this question, it just got like branded in my brain. Like, do you really see T Hunter being a first round over a lot of these other guys? And I'm like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah. I remember the discussion. Yeah.
There's some talent, bro. There is some talent at wide receiver in college football, bro. There is just a lot. There's some talent, and and he got it. He's one of them that got it. So, but I mean, look, they just another one of them teams. I think that's fair where they at, bro. I think for right now that's fair where they at. I thought maybe they did beat Ohio State in a bowl game, right? I know a lot of people say bowl games don't matter, and I hate that excuse. I cannot stand that excuse. That is one excuse I don't rock with, because if you make it their play the damn game, and if they don't play it and then they lose, they lost. Fuck it, they lost. A win is a win. Fuck that shit. Like, you lost. Like, why not play it?
I agree with that. I agree with that sentiment as well, simply because a vast majority of the players that are playing in their bowl game are going to be on the team the following year. So for you to say it doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter how they look, you want the team to win because, in my opinion, it gives you hope to say, "Oh well, man, we do have some depth. We
Right.
got some guys that opted not to play, but look, we still got some people to be excited about." Unless you're just gonna be like, "Oh well, we're just gonna go to the portal, so it's irrelevant." Which but I agree with you. I don't like people saying bowl games don't matter,
Yeah.
especially if they're gonna turn around and say that somebody else's bowl game does matter. So
Yeah.
I hate a hypocrite.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Like, don't like, cause I don't know, man. Cause they be like I said, I stand on that, but there's no way, bro. They won the game. I don't care who they beat. They beat them. They should have played their players. The fact that they didn't, that's they damn fault. So cause you got bragging rights for that year, whatever. But Missouri, I think they but everybody know they had dark horse this year. I think I got them as one up in the SEC. Although I got Ole Miss winning it. But Missouri is definitely going to be one of them teams that's going to put some heat and apply some pressure in the SEC for sure. And I agree. I think they cool where they at though. At number 11 now. Ole Miss being at number 12, bro. Do you think that they should have been 12, or you think they should have been lower? In your honest opinion, bro. Honestly. Oh, LSU.
I don't know, man. I mean, they lost their 2-year starting quarterback in Jane Daniels, who absolutely set the world on fire. Their defense has been absolutely laughable since Dave Aranda has left. Harold Perkins does not look like the best defensive player in college football, anymore. So I mean, I don't know. Like I say, from 7 on to this particular point, I think they're all the same team.
Right.
I think the ones that we started with at 7, I think they had the defensive advantage, and I think the last couple of teams that we've talked about have the offensive advantage. So I think they're all the same. I mean, LSU could be ranked anywhere from 12 to 7. I don't see the balance on both sides of the ball for any of the teams that we just named. So I don't have a problem with them being 7 because I think they're just like the couple of teams that are in front of them.
Damn trouble to me. I don't know how they up that high. I'm just saying. Is it because they?
This is what I would say. I don't deny Brian Kelly.
Okay.
I think he's currently the best. I think active head coach. I think he's the best active head coach without a national title right now.
Okay. So maybe that's why they got him at number 12, because maybe that's how everybody else feels. There's a vast majority of people that feel like Brian Kelly is one of the best college quarterbacks right now. You know what I mean? But like, as I'm still going through this and learning more and more about college football and doing the proper research and studying it and looking at the team, like this just does not feel like a LSU. Like if Jay and Daniel was there last year, right?
Oh man.
Yes. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like if he's not there now, I don't know about this guy. What is it, Garrett? I can't even pronounce
Nussmeier.
Okay, Garrett Nussmeier. Right.
But that's the thing, though, and I'll say this because, like you say, you learn it. That's the thing about Brian Kelly. It doesn't. It has never mattered who the quarterback was. I've watched him win, and you may not be familiar with the name I'm about to say, but Everett Golson.
Okay.
Everett Golson was the starting quarterback that they had when they went to the national championship game in 2012. Everett Golson was not a very good quarterback. Okay. I don't think he completed 60% of his passes. He wasn't accurate. He subsequently ended up transferring out to Florida State, going down there. He had another quarterback, I believe his name was Malik Zaire, similar to Everett Golson, just not a gamer, but all Brian Kelly did was go out there and win double-digit games. So, I mean, the quarterback has never been an issue for Brian Kelly. It's just been the fact that he didn't have that next level of talent that he needed. So I can't count Brian Kelly out for anything. But I don't care who the quarterback is.
Defense improve this year, because last year they just was. I mean, they were able to score.
I mean, they brought in a defensive coordinator that was just at Missouri, who subsequently was at Miami, but now he's all of a sudden a good defensive coordinator again. And Blake Baker, they went back and got their superstar DB coach, who they loved, who ended up not being retained, or either not being retained or ended up leaving when Brian Kelly initially got there. So he's back. He recently made a splash in recruiting with picking up the commitment of DJ Pickett. So he's kind of picking back up, kind of where he left off at. But it's still a long time to go in that recruitment. But I do think that Blake Baker can help out. I think that's one thing that I have to admire about Brian Kelly. That's one thing about him. The past 2 years on defense probably have been the 2 worst years back-to-back in defense that Brian Kelly has had. I mean, because Brian Kelly has had Marcus Freeman as a defensive coordinator. He had the current head coach at Texas A&M. That was one of his defensive coordinators. So he's gonna get it together. Like Brian, that's one thing about Brian Kelly. That's elite head coaches, and then the other guys, the elite guys, they go right ahead and they handle it right. So Brian Kelly looked at it, I'm just speaking from it. My defense needs to step up. We lost Jaden Daniels. We could win games last year with Jaden Daniels, but now we don't have Jaden Daniels. So now let me get serious about the other side of the ball again, because regardless of what we say, LSU still has a crap ton of talent on both sides of the ball. Like, if we knew a little bit more about Garrett Nussmeier and we knew that Blake Baker was going to be inserted and give them the same type of defense that maybe was at Missouri, LSU could be a top 5 team.
Okay. All right.
I mean, like realistically, they could, but again, similar to the discussion that we've had from 7 on back, one side of the ball has just been better than the other side. It's not been any balance.
Just don't feel like a LSU team, but I take your word for it. I take your word.
No, don't take my word for it, because if that's how you feel, I mean that's how you feel. But like I said, I've just watched Brian Kelly operate since 2012, man, and it's just, man, just wins games, man.
Okay, he just gets it done. All right,
he just gets it done. Right. I mean, he hasn't won a natty, but just gets it done, man.
All right, fair enough. Utah Utes.
Oh man, why are they up here? Why are they this high?
Why are they this high? They are at 13.
Crazy.
13, bro.
Didn't they win 8 games last year?
8 games, bro. 8 games, bro. 8 games, bro. And not only that, bro, then they lost to Northwestern in the bowl game. Now say what you want about bowl games. We go, hey, bowl games on. Look, they lost. They took the L.
For teams like this, these type of teams right here that don't have those a crap ton of, and I hate to say this word, but kind of, I'm looking out for my future guys. A bowl game means something for Utah,
right?
And Northwestern.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so Cam Rising, so is he supposed to be this spectacular to the point where he just catapults a team that won 8 wins from unranked all the way up to number 13? He's just that damn good?
Apparently.
Jeez, man.
I mean, what? Isn't this like his 7th year in college?
Yeah. Right.
All jokes aside, isn't it like this is just like his 6th or 7th year in college?
I think he had
a COVID year,
a flu year,
shirt. Then he got hurt last year. Yeah.
Like all these other, I don't know.
I mean, they're the favorite to win the Big 12. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have them winning the Big 12. I don't at all. I mean, I think that's disrespectful to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State should absolutely be, to me, the hands down favorite to win the Big 12, and then Iowa State, simply because of Iowa State's program. I mean, it's much more than just Rocco Beck being there, but they're returning a whole lot of their production that played, and so is Oklahoma State. Like I said, Oklahoma State, the Cowboys. I'm sorry, the Cowboys are this year's Michigan at a Big 12. They brought like a lot of people. They want to win the Big 12. Oklahoma State wants to win. Alpha Rue in the building. He said they won 8 games without him. Cam Rising is the same age as Shiloh. Oh, yeah, they 24, 25. They motherfuckers out there. You know what I mean? Old heads. So, how you feeling about this number to highlight? So, they was up there high 13. So, what we got now? Clemson, dog. We got Clemson sitting in there, dog. Got 14, dog. Clemson, Tiger sitting at 14. You okay with that? You cool with that? I mean, look, to me, everybody from here on out, to me, I mean, besides, no, I'm lying because I think one team should be up higher, and I'll talk about them once I get there. I kind of don't want to bounce around. I kind of want to wait until I get to that team to talk about them being higher or lower. I don't think that they're the best in the SEC. AC. I don't think so. I don't think they're the best in the ACC at all. Not to me, no. But I do think that Dabo has a great squad, and I like what Dabo did in the transfer portal and not going into the transfer portal and holding his culture there and keeping his team together there. I love what he did with that, and I stand on that. Like I think that was very strategic. I think it was smart to do that, to hold on to all of his players and to keep his players put and not to add anybody else to that, and to keep them there. And I think he's going to be a surprise team, but I still don't think that Clemson was the best. And that's because of the quarterback play that I've seen out of Cade Klubnik. Like what I seen out of him, I really didn't like. Now, would they maybe make up for that with some of their defensive play, because they always got like a solid type of defense, but they did lose some pieces there. And I don't know if they'll be able to repeat, keep that same intensity, but I do like what he did. And but I don't have them being one of the best teams in there. I think they're 8-9 win team, maybe 9, close there, but I guess I'm okay with that. No, I'm not okay with them being there. I got another team that should be in their spot, and they should be in another team spot, but I'll talk about that when I get there. How you feeling about Clemson?
Same thing, man. One side of the ball is better than the other one. So, I mean, it could be anywhere from 7 to what they are, 13. So,
okay. I mean, so you just want to just skip all the rest of the team?
No, but I'm just saying, but that, like, going through this list has made this abundantly clear to me that there is such a big gap between the top. There's a
top
gap
5.
Between the top 3 teams.
Oh, top 3
and 4, 5, and 6, and then there's a big gap between teams 7 through however. But the gap between the top 3 and what we've seen from 7 on forward, this is a massive gap.
So do you think so you saying there's a gap? So
a tremendous.
Do you think an Alabama team has a chance of beating a Georgia team this year? This year, Alabama beating Georgia. Do you think Alabama has a chance to beat Georgia? Or they just don't stand a chance because there's just that gap that you're talking about there?
Yeah, no. I mean, the gap between 1 and 3. Okay. I mean, the gap between 3, 4, 5, and 6 is not as big as the gap is with 1, 2, 3, and 7 on back. That's a huge gap. Like I wouldn't like any of the teams 7 through what we at 13. I wouldn't give any of these teams a chance to beat 14. Georgia, Oregon, or Ohio State on a neutral, even on a neutral field. I wouldn't give them a chance.
Okay.
I won't give them a chance.
Interesting because I think there's one team that I'm thinking about in my head just off top. I mean, Mizzou, they may shock somebody. Mizzou, no, you don't think so? Mizzou,
not the top, not in the top 3 teams. No.
Top 3. I mean, Georgia got to play Mizzou this year, so we'll see. They got to play them. Right, yeah. I think so. I don't know the schedule, but offhand, y'all can fact.
Yeah, because I think they've done away with divisions with the entrance of Oklahoma and Texas, so the schedule is kind of warpy now. Yeah.
JB said I agree. There is a pretty big gap between the top 4 and the 10 down. Okay, he said Al-Farouk said Clemson is a sneaky team. His team going to always be good going forward due to a strong culture and returning a ton of players. that's why I said I like what he did, and I like him keeping his culture set and everything. And he said you said sneaky, and I think that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
relatively said in so many words.
that's
I
the
think
but that's the crazy thing about it though. Like Clemson
right,
just a couple of years ago was supposed to be what Georgia is now,
right,
and somehow they took a left and when they should have took a right. So
right.
here we
Mhm.
are.
Here we are. And Tennessee. Oh wow. Tennessee being at number 15 on the list. Do they deserve to be at number 15 on the list? Or
Yeah,
should
I
they-
mean,
yeah.
yeah.
So you think okay. And why and I mean why is that? It need Clemson to win and fix the college. All right. Tennessee, I don't, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with Tennessee, man. Look, not a big Tennessee fan, but I only got the chance to look at their quarterback position, man, and that was it. So, the dude Nico, he looked like he for real, bro. This Nico dude looked like he's a good quarterback. All right, that's the only thing I was able to get upon them. So them being at 15 to me, I'm like, all right, cool. They at 15. But I think that and it's crazy because I can't really say that this other team shouldn't have took as many L's as they did, and that's the only reason why they're down so far low on this list. And I can't wait till we get there, and I'm trying to get through that. But Tennessee being at 15, man, I think that's rightly fit, man. I think that's cool. I think that's a dope thing. All right,
Yeah.
they at 15. I can
I
move on
mean,
and talk about
I,
Tennessee because I don't. I mean, other than Nico, I
I
really
mean,
haven't had the chance to really dive deep into the Tennessee program. So I don't
according
want to get
to
out here and talk about see, JB said Nico to me is a top 5 quarterback, right? And that's what you know what I'm saying. To me, JB, that's what I was saying. Like I've only gotten a chance to check out this Nico at quarterback. Like he's for real. Like he's a good quarterback, you know. I don't want to use the word great or elite loosely, you know what I'm saying? So I want to say he's good for right now, but he got the chance to be in you know what I mean, definitely one of the top quarterbacks in the country. You know, from what I'm saying, I seen all his mechanics and everything. He got it all, bro. He got a total package. But can
I
he
mean,
do some Jalen Daniels type of things in Tennessee? I don't know.
according to reports, Tennessee has the best college football player returning next year, James Pierce, off
Okay.
the edge.
Okay.
Josh Heupel, quarterback whisperer. So I think Nico, for what he's trying to do with that offense, I think many people are expecting it to be just as efficient as it was with Hendon Hooker. Tennessee very well could be in the top 10, just because, again, and right now in this day and age of college football, I really like the aspect of good coaching because now I don't think the talent gaps are as wide as they are. I think it's more so about the gap now is talent plus coaching now. Whereas 10 years ago, it was just, okay, the gap is solely based on purely talent because the have-nots are not able to get any superstar players. 5 to 10 years ago, Nico probably is not at the University of Tennessee. He's probably Ohio State, Bama, maybe even Georgia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Clemson. He's like at one of those programs. He wouldn't be at Tennessee 5 or 10 years ago. You know what I mean?
Right.
So James Pierce, again, like they said, he's the best player in college football. So you can never go wrong with a good edge rusher. But I mean, them being at 15, again, like I said, I don't have a problem. Just like the other couple of teams that we went through. I mean, they're all the same.
They're all the same.
Just different names.
There's different names, huh? You think so? You think when we get to this next one, like Oklahoma being there, Oklahoma being where they are right now, you think they the same as everybody else? With Jackson Arnold, they got Gavin. I can't even Sawchuck in the backfield, Javante Barnes in the backfield. They saying that with the 1-2 punch is supposed to be it over there. Got a couple of wide receivers over there. What is his name? Andre Anthony, Nick Anderson.
Nick
Supposed to be
Anderson.
it. Yeah, so they supposed to be it over there. On defense, you talking about what's his name? Help me out, dog. They're supposed to be good over there at Oklahoma. Dejon.
I'm not that familiar with their program. All I really know is that a lot of people are down on them
Off the
this year.
defensive line. I mean, look, man. See, that's what I'm saying. See, it's like, first of all, let me see. This is work, bro. This is a whole nother job, people. It is, because you got to know what you know, and then if you don't know what you know, then you don't know what you know. Then people gonna tell you they don't know what you know. So you got to know what you know. When you got to know what you know, you got to be looking at what you know, if it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
But anyhow, look, man, there's a couple of people up there that I got the chance to look at Oklahoma, man. I think that Oklahoma got a solid squad. I think they're ready to take on the SEC. I don't think that they'll do fair. That they'll just go in the SEC and play bully ball the same way they did in the Big 12. But I do think that they'll attract more of those type of players. Being in the SEC, and Oklahoma would be a solid SEC team. I don't think that they're going to be a bottom tier SEC team. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think so. Because of the prestige of the program, as far as I can see, and as far as my research has done, when I've looked at Oklahoma, they have a strong history of having a solid program. They've been in the Big 12 for years. They're usually used to being one of the big dogs. And it's like, I guess it's like this, okay? To put this in simpler terms for some people, when you in the 12th grade in high school, you're the man on campus. But when you go to college, you got to start all over. And I think that's what like Oklahoma is going through, right? They like, okay, we're the man over in the Big 12. We one of them guys. But now you go into the SEC. Now it's going to be a whole new world. Now you got to see where you get in. You got to get in where you fit in at. And mind you, they can't poach each other's players. The SEC you can't move from one SEC school and transfer to another. That's only a SEC thing. I think that should be everywhere, right? You can't transfer within the same conference. That should be good enough. You got to pull somebody else from a different conference or from the G5. But Oklahoma, I think that they're going to be a solid program because of the rich history that they have within that program with the Sooners. And like I said, the same people that I named. So you said you don't know much about this program, so you just okay where they're at, and you rather
what I'm saying is most people are saying that they are not as well equipped as Texas for this SEC move. A lot of people are down on them, and I'm trying to wrap my mind around why that is. Jackson Arnold, like you say, is coming back. He's predicted to be a pretty good quarterback. Got a good offensive coordinator. Brent Venables is known to be very, very good on the defensive side of the ball. So I really do not know why people are down on Oklahoma and saying they're not as equipped as Texas is. Now, obviously, they are not recruiting at the same level as Texas, which is not. It's a lot of teams not recruiting at that level, right? But I mean, just from what media has said about it, I mean. Yeah, I'm okay with them being there.
I think people are saying that because they just wasn't as dominant as they were. They wasn't as dominant in the Big 12. Like they was in some good close games with some of those teams. And I don't want to take nothing away from those teams and saying that those teams weren't good or that that they shouldn't have played them well. But they played. They came out of some scraps in the Big 12 and. I think when you get to looking at like you say, the talent from the Big 12 to the SEC. Is different, right? You know what I'm saying? The depth and everything. And if they did that in the Big 12, I think that's why, I'm just saying, I'm just kind of playing. I don't like to say I'm kind of playing God's angel here. I don't like the devil's advocate. So I'm trying to switch it up. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm playing God's angel here and saying that, I think that's why, that teams are saying that because of the way that they played up in there. And, so JB said they lost to KU last year and they lost to UCF. Okay. So what I was saying was fairly on, right? That they,
losing to Kansas right now is not it's not something bad,
No, it ain't, but
I mean,
how do you think
UCF
in the SEC?
Who would do?
Kansas in the SEC.
Man, I don't really know.
UCF and the SEC.
I don't know, man.
So these are some questions that we're gonna talk about on the we're gonna do the fans point of view after dark. So I'm after we get off here and we finish the fans point of view, we can go through the same list. We could talk about it in the room after we get done here. So y'all stick around or y'all come back. So we open it up all the way. Open it up. Everybody come in. We'll be able to conversate about the whole list, your likes and dislikes, and we'll be able to chop it up amongst each other. So hold that, JB, and JB, come back too, bro, because you know what I mean. I want to rap, so y'all make sure that y'all stick around for that. But man, like crazy, man. Kansas State being at number 17. I think I'm okay with that, man. Look, they got Avery Johnson. He's a young quarterback. Like, I mean, their program. What's their head coach's name? I can't pronounce his day. I don't know the head coach's name off top.
I don't know the head coach name.
All right.
They got a nice running back in Giddens returning.
Giddens is a monster. Giddens is a monster. He's a freaking man. yeah, that's what he is, a man. You know what I'm saying? And what were you about to say?
No, I was gonna hit the Mike Gundy line, and he's not 40.
Right.
But he's a man.
Right. He's a piece, man. And look, they're gonna put in some work in the Big 12. I know that for a fact. So them being at 17, I guess
I don't have a problem with it.
Nah, me neither. I don't got a problem with them being at 17 either. I think they right where they need to be, man. I think that they'll perform up and they'll get where they need to be, man. I think that they one of the better ones. Oh yeah. Oklahoma State Cowboys being at 18. I don't think that that's the truth. This is one of them teams right here where I was saying that they should have probably been like above maybe 15. Because I mean, when you're favorite to win a conference, right? So if they win the Big 12 conference, they're in. They go into the college football playoff bracket, correct? They automatically get a bid in that, and I'm talking about a high bid, right? Like the conference champions get a bye week or however you want to put that, correct? Am I correct with that? Because I'm not sure how those.
I don't know. I
really don't know. Right?
I don't know the format right now.
All right, it sounds right. Thank you for sticking with me. You sound like you yawning, so we'll try to get through these last couple ones a little bit quicker.
Oh no, I'm good.
All right, but yeah, like when you're one of the favorites and one of the top dogs to win your conference, like, and for them to be at where they're ranked, come on, man. Come on, coaches. Like they one of the favorites to win. They got a lot of.
Wait a minute now. Hold up now. Now you were very critical of their quarterback situation.
I was though. Oh,
okay.
Alan Bowman. Okay,
you're very critical. We don't know what they have on defense.
He's older, but they got a lot of their guys coming back. And one of their good pass rushers, Obi.
Oh wow.
What?
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Nah.
He said, "Okay, it's going to be better than K-State this year." I believe that too. I believe that they wanted the top. They wanted the favorites to win the whole Big 12 this year. That's what I believe. But
this is the thing. It's time Oklahoma State. Like you've been in Texas is an Oklahoma shadow. You allow for Baylor and TCU to kind of surpass you a couple of years, but you've been the most consistent one. So now it's the Big 12 is your conference now. So what better way to show the world that the Big 12 is over OU and Texas by winning it? But it's a lot. It's some good teams in the Big 12 this year. So I mean,
yeah, there is.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, I'm just saying they think they should have been ranked higher because if you favored to win it, like one of the favorites, you got one of the. You can argue that Ollie Gordon is one of the best running backs in the country. I think when it comes to like down to a top 5 receiver, top 5 running back, I think it comes down to especially when you put on things on film and you get to looking at the traits in which everyone has. Like it's like okay, now it just comes down to who you like better. You know what I'm saying? Like unless somebody just stands out and just elite. I mean, Ollie Gordon, or unless you're just saying like you could take anybody and put them behind the Oklahoma State line and they're gonna perform the same way Ollie Gordon is. Right. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, bro. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, if you favor the win, you should be ranked higher. Yo, let's go. Miami Hurricanes. I'm gonna let you have this one.
I mean, honestly, and I'm maybe come off a little bit biased, but I think we got on paper a top 15 squad, good quarterback returning, one of the top running backs in the country returning, 3 really good receivers. I don't know how to. I have to really see how the offensive line shakes out. Like we had a good offensive line last year, by and large, but we had some guys that were some veterans, so we're still trying to figure some things out right there. So we should be solid. Defensive line should be lights out. Should be lights out. Linebacker position should take a step forward. Secondary still to me has some question marks, but I think a top 15 team, I think we have enough going in our favor to where we should be ranked higher than 19. But by the same token, I mean, how high can you rank a team that went 7-6 last year? You know what I mean? So optically speaking, we're where we should be. Because I was having not to kind of go back, but someone was having this discussion. It was a Miami fan, and I always let it get on his case. He was talking about how Florida State was ranked where they were ranked, and said they because they went undefeated. And I said, well, Michigan just won a national title and they're ranked 8th. So what point are you trying to make? He didn't comment back. So.
Right. I mean, how could you argue that? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, for y'all to only go 7-6 and then be ranked number 19 in the country is like, wow, that's straight off of just the talent that y'all just obtained this year. But I don't know, because Ruben Bain, I'm hearing, might be that guy on that defense. Like is he gonna lead that defense? I mean, I don't follow y'all all the way as much as you do, but he's definitely a captain on the defense. I'm assuming, right? Yeah. He one of them guys, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like that bang, like that's just it's hard, bro. That's hard. What's born in the dark? You know what I mean? That type of feeling. But yeah, man, I rock with Miami, man. I thought that y'all should, man.
Yeah, top 15. Man. Yeah, I feel like top 15.
I feel like I should have been higher, dog. And I know they only won the 7 games. I know, but Miami's team, their roster, the guys that they got on that damn team, and I like Zach Carpenter. I was big on Zach Carpenter, man, the center from Indiana. I honestly thought that was one of the guys that was going to end up over there in Colorado when they was talking about how they needed an offensive line. And when I seen him available, I was like, oh, they're going to grab up Zach Carpenter. Not Miami said, Crystal Ball said, nope, you come down here. And that's for a reason. Why do you think that? Because he's a fucking mauler. Oh, excuse my language. I think I just lost a sponsor right there in there. Hey, yo, I'm telling you, bro, this is what he said, bro. He said Miami should be a top 10 team. He said, I want to see how their cornerbacks play. Man, listen, man. I think y'all are going to be solid, bro, but damn.
I don't think
y'all got it, bro. Y'all solid. Yeah. Y'all all the way solid all the way through, but I think y'all should be higher on that list.
Top 15, yeah.
Texas A&M.
This is head scratching.
Yeah, it is. Cause I don't because as crazy as this might sound to y'all, I don't know. They got some hype coming in this year, and I don't want to. Texas A&M, they got the bread to get stuff done, but I just don't know what.
I don't know what they have over there. I know Connor Wigman is returning, but he got hurt at the end of his freshman year, I believe. Then he got hurt last year, so I mean when he's on the field, when he's on the field, you can see the talent, like it's there, but I don't know what A&M has. I mean, Mike Elko.
If we had to put A&M in tiers, where do we put A&M at? If you have you got the elite tier, in the SEC. Then you got the good tier, and then you got the average tier, below average tier. What tier are they at? 1, 2, or 3, or
From
4?
from an SEC standpoint,
Yeah, from an SEC standpoint.
oh, they're average.
Right.
Yeah, they're
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Number 20. They call that number
I
20.
mean,
And I think they get that.
I'll say this. I know Mike Elko. He was only at Duke for, I believe, 2 years. I
Mhm.
believe. So some of the guys that are on this team, especially from a defensive standpoint, he
Mhm.
recruited a lot of those guys for a particular system that he's going to run. You know what I mean?
Right.
They do have to get over whatever they learned from DJ Durkin. So I think their defense should be solid. If Connor Wigman can stay healthy, you know, I mean, they might be able to make some noise. But again, that's a big if he can stay healthy, because they did have some offensive line issues last year, which didn't help matters at all. So, but no, I don't see 20. Come on, man.
Yeah, 20. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, I don't think that. No. Mm-mm. I mean, right there, hovering, around the top 25, but 20, I don't know. I just don't know about that.
They should be in the other receiving votes category.
Right. Let's Arizona coming back, and they are
who is their head coach?
Damn, that's a good question. Brent, is it Brent something? Brent Brennan, I think.
Where did he come from?
Brent Brennan. Where did Brent Brennan come from? Shit, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where Brent Brennan came from. Where did he come from? Did he come up? Did he get pulled up somewhere? Was he already on their roster or something like that?
I don't know.
Their depth is like highly questionable. So I know that I shout out to Rawhide, because I seen a quick little video he put out on Arizona. I didn't get to watch it all the way, but still I seen that he did it, and that's when I shout him out. And because he had an interesting take on Arizona, how people are hounding them because of Noah Favita, and I'm one of them guys, and because of McMillan at receiver, T-Mac, because I believe that he's a game changer. He is, like, he really is a game changer. He's unguardable, damn near, and he can get it done. But I don't think that they can carry the team now. Like you said, like, they lost their back, cool. I think that they got another back over there. I think it's like Duke or something. He's like underrated to me. I think he's an underrated back. Pretty quick, pretty fast. Depth with Arizona. I think I spoke on this like last week, right? Their depth is what concerns me in the trenches, because they don't have what they had last year. And I didn't know that Arizona was was like a bottom type of tier team in college football. I would never been able to tell that from the way that they performed last year and what I've seen last year out of them. But like I said, I wasn't in the college football like I am right now before last year. So I can't speak on before last year with Arizona. So all I can go off is what I've seen them do in a quarterback that's returning, and depth concerns me. So them being at 21, I think they should be in the top, somewhere in there, like, 20 to 25. So I guess I'm okay with that, just based upon their 10 wins. They won 10 games. Well, no, I'm sorry, they didn't win 10 games. How many games did Arizona win last year?
They won 10. They won 10.
Okay, so they won 10 games last year, right? And the same quarterback's coming back. Granted, they lose their head coach,
who was a very good offensive coordinator or play caller in his own right.
Right. And I think it's fair where they're at right now. I mean, Brent Bennett, we'll see what he does and see what he do. Let's see if he can keep things moving. Oh, he came from San Diego State, right? Is that where he came from, or did some? I hope ain't nobody, because I can't see the chat when I'm moving the slide. But I think he had came from San Diego State, right? Is that correct? Can somebody check that for me, please? I think that's where Brent Bennett came from. I want to hold up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at this particular point, you get down here to this level, That's when you start, you know,
San Jose State, not San Diego.
it kind of it breaks down to where now you're talking about like more so individual players than like actual whole units of the team when you start getting
Mhm.
down here. So we're talking about Noah Fafita, we're talking about, you know, T Mac, you know, but not much else. So we're at the part of the list now where it's like, okay, we're just talking about a couple of names of players. Like we're not talking about entire units anymore, you know. So this is the third tier of the top 25 that we just got into. Because the second tier was big from 7 to 19. That was a big ass tier.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you're right. But so he did come from San Jose State. And look, they like the now San Jose State, they had like a real fast up tempo type of offense, right? And um a lot of linemen was like swapping like almost like defensive linemen in our offense that Brad Brennan had going on. So if he can successfully apply that to what Arizona got going on with the depth that they have, I think they might be all right. You know what I mean? I think they might be all right. So we'll see what he does over there, because I don't know. I mean, what San Jose? Let me see what San Jose, and I don't know what their record was, so I'm trying to look that up real quick. San Jose State, and see what they were last year. Um, I don't know off top, but okay, so they won there. They won. Okay, so they won more than 5 games. They lost but yeah, like I said though, that they had like this weird swapping system with the offensive line. I'm guessing that's what he likes to do over there. So let's see what he do over here at Arizona. But them being fair right there, I think it's okay. It's cool. I'm all right with that. Now,
These your
North
boys
Carolina,
right here.
man, they should not be. I don't think that they should. These is another one of them teams. They disrespect. It's the
Dave Dorian.
ACC. Yeah, because the ACC, man, the ACC gotta start winning outside the ACC. That's the only reason why y'all be ranked low the way that they be ranking the ACC. Like, because every time they go play a SEC team, besides when Clemson used to put the beats on everybody, and they don't win them games, and that's important, right? But North Carolina State, bro, man, look, they got their wide receivers be blocking their ass off. From what I say, they block their ass off. Everybody's involved in the play, moving at full speed. I seen more than one running back run the ball well at North Carolina State. Grayson McCall being there, I think from what he provided from Coastal Carolina, bringing that over to North Carolina State, and that damn Concepcion. Concepcion is he's just so damn fast. He's just so damn fast. I haven't got a chance to break Concepcion down just yet, but they saying he got to be one of the top. But I'll check his traits out and all of that. I haven't gotten a chance to break him down, but he does. His speed is elite. That motherfucker fast. He be out. Riba, andale. He be gone. And I'm telling you, hey, look, everything about them, man, they trenches, they O-line, and to be able to switch up running backs the way that they have. When I had checked them out, when I was breaking down their film, and their offensive line is set, I think they got a decent amount of depth there. I think North Carolina State is for real, dog, and they should be higher than 22. All right, that's what I'm thinking. What you want to say about them?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Like I say, they're a good team. They've been a good solid team, for the past couple of years. We've had a couple of, matchups with them. So, I respect them. So yeah, I could see a situation where they could have been, higher. You know what I mean? But I don't really have a problem with them being where they are right there either. So, but you can make a case for a couple of these teams being higher.
I just think that Miami and North Carolina State being low, bro. I think, okay, I get why Miami's there, right? Because of the 7 games, right? But North Carolina State, how many games they won last year? 9 games, something like that. 9 games? Did they win 9 games last year or 10? 9 or 10 games, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, like 9 or 10 games they won last year, and to be in behind, right there with man, they should have been higher, bro. They should have been higher, and that team that they have, this like for real, man. North Carolina State, I think, yeah, bro. I just like and I got my little biases with it because of the way that I seen their receivers in the game in that game, bro. It was just like, and granted it was the spring game, right? And granted it was that, but they were engaged, they were blocking. Like you don't see that kind of blocking out of receivers. Like, I mean, all the way through, making sure they could seal the outside. Like it was. I think it was a beautiful sight what I saw. I like that, and you don't get all that kind of play out of a lot of teams. And I think if they could stay like that through the season, they'll be a dangerous team in the ACC, bro. Dangerous, like. All right.
Oh Lord. What are we doing?
Right now,
what are we doing?
I'm not trying to hand out no participation.
What are we doing? Why are they in the top 25?
Man? You know what I'm saying? What up, Raw? What up, Law Dog? What up in the building? I'm dropping the link as soon as we get done off of it. We almost done.
Why are they here?
And then we'll be dropping it soon. But I don't know,
why?
Man. I'm
why
not trying
are they here?
Bro, I don't know, bro. I ain't trying to.
What do they have? Zachariah,
trophies.
What did I just say? We are in the tier now where we're only talking about individual players and we're not talking about units anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Zachariah Branch.
Mm-hmm. Zachariah Branch. You think that's they got that quarterback from UNLV too. He was a monster over there. He started, I think it started as a true freshman too about UNLV last year, and he got him over there right now.
Talking about individual players. They're going to the Big Ten this year. They're going to the Big Ten this year, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, look, SC. Granted, I mean it's a Lincoln Riley team. It's SC. Bro.
I don't care if it was Nick Saban coaching right now.
I'm trying to play God's angel right now.
It's over. They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here.
It's enough said. Kansas.
No, you don't have to change it. If you had something to say, don't let me.
I said what I had to say.
Impose on it. What?
I said what I had to say.
I
said what I had to say. I talked about the quarterback from UNLV. I mean, it's a Lincoln Riley team. I mean,
what about the defense? They ain't got no defense.
Man, Lincoln Riley ain't never got no damn defense. Even I know that, and I'm an infant in the damn space. I know Lincoln Riley always struggled putting the defense together.
I saw them talking to Bear Alexander. He seemed pretty optimistic about the outlook of it. They got a new defensive coordinator. Who the new defensive coordinator? Who the defensive coordinator just got?
See, you asking me questions to the answers that I do not know, so I don't know.
I think they got a good. I think they went and got a good defensive coordinator though.
Okay, so why do you have a problem with them being at number 23 then?
Because we're talking about individual players.
Okay, so KU. So is this one of them teams that should have been at 24?
Bruh. I can't get out this USC. We're talking about a team that lost a bowl game to a team that only threw the ball 3 times. What are we talking about?
We're
talking about a team that just had a quarterback drafted that said, hey, check this out. I don't want to pay no taxes. Can y'all bring me my bread through the LLC? No, ninja. Now get your ferry. Let me chill out.
Nah, bro. You cooking.
Get your purse wearing ass out of here.
Yeah, cook. Get your fingernail painting ass out of here. Cook.
This ninja said pay me through the LLC.
Cook.
Bro, we talking about you, bro. Pete Carroll's not walking back. Come on, man.
Cook. Cook.
I'm through, man.
Cook. Nah, man, you can't be done. Nah, cook. Tell it. Look, the chat loving it. They loving it right now. Cook, bruh. Cook.
I'm through.
You got the grill behind you, and you done cooking already? Oh,
yeah,
come
I'm through,
on,
man.
Bro.
I'm through. It was some hot dogs. It wasn't no ribs or nothing.
All right.
Bruh.
K-State.
USC.
Kansas University. What you thinking about Kansas University? Me, I think that they probably, I don't know. They one of them teams 24. Mm-hmm. I don't
They
know.
should be higher than
Evan Neal.
USC.
Yes,
They
yes,
should be
they
higher
should.
than USC.
Absolutely. I
But
agree.
again, like I said again, you know,
I agree.
you're high on their quarterback who's coming back for some injuries, Jalen Daniels. So you're high on their quarterback. Yeah. I forgot. Daquan Finn, your guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know Daquan Finn, my guy. But I'm just saying though,
That should be ranked higher than USC.
Yeah, that's a fact. But you know, and the only reason why I'm not that high, I mean, the quarterback he's athletic, he got the talent. It's just injuries. He just injury guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Daniels. I feel you, JB. I feel you, JB. We'll get to talk about that right up after. But JB, like, he can't stay healthy. The guy just can't stay on the field. Like, that's important. You gotta stay on the field, my guy. You gotta get through a whole season. Get through a whole season, bro. Like, take care of your body, bro. Like, and that's what he's not doing. Like, he's not staying on the field. So therefore, like, you know, Kansas could be a dangerous team. They really can. They just got to stay healthy, man. I know that's easy to say, but this is one of them teams, particularly where that matters to me. And them being at 24. But what do you have to say about Kansas, my guy?
They should be higher than USC.
Oh, that's it. Come on, man.
I ain't got nothing to say, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Talking about Kansas, man. Akeem Talib ain't playing no more.
All right, man. Iowa, 25.
Oh my God.
Iowa at 25.
Bro, their offensive coordinator was fired. Head coach fired. Contract stipulation said in order to keep your job, you have to go into the season and average more than 20 points a game. Why are y'all in the top 25?
Because it's Iowa. But who should be in
North Carolina?
Let me ask you this question. Who should be the number 25 team in the country? Who should be there?
North Carolina.
Facts. I like that. Wait a
minute. No. I'll take it a step further. James Madison. Why is James Madison not in the top 25?
Oh, shit. I mean, James Madison, that's a G5.
James Madison put foot on people.
They did. That's a fact. But Kurt Signetti moved over to Indiana, right?
I don't know. There's James Madison. What James Madison
Signetti, that was their head coach. Kurt Signetti, he moved. He went to Indiana. He got Curtis Ryuk. He got the other quarterback from the MAC that was putting in that work. He actually beat Daquan Finn in the bowl game and Quinyon Mitchell. He was getting busy on them. Curtis Ryuk over there at from Ohio, the Bobcats. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, your offensive coordinator was fired.
They went
because y'all couldn't average 20 points a game.
No, I like what you said. North Carolina should be in the top 25. They should be right. They should be there. For none less than just if we talking individual players from 20 to 25, none other than having my cousin Omarion Hampton. And I only say Hampton because my last name Hampton, of course. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? He should be there. Omarion Hampton should be. They in the North Carolina. They should be on the damn number 25 because he's just one of the best running backs in college football.
Hey, but guess what though? Guess what else about Iowa though? Guess what else?
They got some good ass potatoes they grow over there.
No. They better than USC.
Shit. Like that's what I said. Yeah, Brasco Rascal. He said like 12 players went to Indiana with Signetti. Yeah. From James Madison. That's pretty much a James Madison team, man. That's their quarterback. But Curtis Ryuk coming over from Ohio, he a problem too. He a good quarterback. He said they are better than USC.
What are we doing, bro? USC trash, bro.
Man, we just giving the show, man. You know, it's part of the show, my guy. It's part of the show, Shad. support of the show, my guy. You know, man, that was great, man. That top 25 was great, though. I love it. He said Iowa has corn. Iowa has corn and potatoes in Idaho. I know it was one of them damn crops that you grow. I just know they grow good crops and over that motherfucker.
Nebraska better than USC.
Oh shit, Nebraska. Oh yeah, Matt Rule. They about to put in that work. They say Matt Rule's good in his second year around. They said Matt Rule do good in his second year around. That's what they say, man. You know, so and all that good stuff, man.
God, bro.
Oh man. Thank y'all for coming through, man, and kicking it with us on the Fans Point of View, man. Y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to my man Shad's channel, Shad1419, man, on YouTube, man. He got the bomb content. He's a Miami's Hurricanes guy, so that's what you'll see over there. Is a lot of Miami's Hurricanes stuff. He's also a 2-time author, wrote 2 great books. Y'all make sure that y'all go grab those, man, on Amazon. Get a hold of my guy, man. Support. I appreciate y'all coming through tonight and kicking it with us and spending some time here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share the link, watch us on the replay.
Yeah, then next week, season right around the corner. So it's time for us to do some analysis on the squads we're gonna cover this year. So I gotta get my Syracuse stuff together.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get my Texas stuff together. I gotta get my Texas and my Ole Miss stuff together too. Yeah, I hear you. Texas and Ole Miss I got, and then
I'm switching my third. I'm switching my other team. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Miami, Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go with South Carolina. I mean, no, I'm not South Carolina. Oregon.
Yeah. Okay.
They're my three.
I'm thinking I'm leaning towards North Carolina State because they just I don't know.
They're my 3. I'm going Oregon, Miami, Syracuse.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who I might cover the most, but I know I definitely got to stay on top of Texas. I know I got to get on Texas harder than what I've been for sure. But it's
because you just you just disrespected them today. My God, man.
All right. I mean, real is real. You got to be real. I mean, if you're gonna say what you gotta say it, man. But I don't know, man. They gonna ball out anyway, man. They gonna be on point, man. Texas gonna be on point. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. We'll see what they do. I just don't think that there's gonna be an undefeated team in a whole college football, period, point blank. And my Steelers they played that little preseason game. People talking about Justin Fields ain't gonna be this, Justin Fields ain't gonna be that. After I talk so highly on Justin Fields, man, watch what he do, man. Just calm down with that, man. Calm down. If you watch me enough in my analysis of my Pittsburgh Steelers, I've always said that the only concern I had this year, and I know it's easy to say for a lot of teams, but it was our offensive line. That's what I said. That's the only concern I had with my team. That's it, period. And obviously there's some issues that need worked out. And we'll see what's up, though. We'll see what's up.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what's up with them. But, man, I appreciate y'all coming through and kicking it with us on the Fans Point of View, man. Y'all make sure that y'all don't miss no episodes, man. For real, follow me on all the L Streams, podcasts, on all the platforms, man. Social medias, Truck and Chubby, Sports with Truck and Chubby. You know what it is, man. And y'all knows how's we're giving it up. Peace. Be right back up in here. I'll be dropping the link, man, so y'all come through. Fans Point of View after dark.
Want to see Truck and Chubby live and co-host Shad? Tune in at Fans Point of View, Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. But in the meantime, in between time, enjoy the content. Don't forget to hit your notification bell for all updates. Thank you for watching.